welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure to hit that red subscribe button and hit the bell so you'll be notified every time that I upload. So today I'm doing my long-awaited ultrasound Q&A video. I told you guys to ask me your ultrasound questions on my vlog, and then I got a lot of ultrasound questions on other videos as well, so I'm going to be answering all of those questions today. So I'm going to start off with the questions that are underneath the vlog that ask for ultrasound questions. And the first one is from Yuki Mio, and I hope this is right, and she also has a channel, so make sure to go check her out. It's spelled Yuukimio. And she says, what do I need to get into the ultrasound program? Do I have to have a degree? How long is the program, and how do you pay your plan? So thanks so much for the questions first off. So what do you need to get into the ultrasound program? Everybody's program is different. That's why it's really hard for me to answer this question, because I am giving you guys answers based on my program. So you guys already know what program I attend. Make sure to check out my last education Q&A video, and there are links below of the ultrasound program that I attend and the classes and things that are required for my program. So make sure to check with your program, because everybody's going to be different. And you said, do I need to have a degree? No, because ultrasound is totally separate from x-ray or radiologic technology. A lot of people think that they're together, and I myself thought that they were together for the longest, but okay, ultrasound is about sound waves, and radiology and x-ray is about x-rays, like it's about radiation. And sound waves are considered a lot safer. There's not a lot of known bioeffects, meaning there's not a lot of known harm in using an ultrasound machine as there is known harm in using a radiation or an x-ray machine, if that makes sense. So it's a totally different physics and a totally different program. It's a modality, but they're just not the same. So you don't have to have an x-ray degree to start it. You don't have to have an x-ray degree to finish it. Like, you don't have to have an x-ray degree, period. You don't have to have any type of degree. Most people, a lot of people that I know that I met just did ultrasound. Like, that was it for them. They didn't have any prior education. They just did ultrasound. But now I will tell you that my program does require a few prerequisites. I'm not quite sure what they are. So make sure to check out the website as well. I think maybe in math, anatomy, and physiology, maybe 3 or 4 courses are required to get started. And like I said, this is for this particular program, and every program is going to be different. How long is the program? The program was only 1 year long, which is amazing. So if you can get done with those prerequisites right away, it's 1 year. So I started the program July, I graduated June of this year. How do you pay your plan? So I told you guys all about the WIOA program that Alabama offers, where they paid $7,500 towards my tuition. The program itself, I think, is about $13,000, but $7,500 is a giant chunk. And then throughout the course of the year, they give you a payment plan. So maybe the first time I paid about $900, the next time I paid $900, the next time I paid $1,400, and the last time I paid $2,450. And that is just me telling you guys. So that's how it worked for me. And I'm pretty sure if you wanted to pay quicker, you could. And if you wanted to give a big lump sum, you could. I don't think they have a problem with that. So it's kind of just how you want to do that. Okay, so the next question is coming from Becca Portillo, or Portillo. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. What kind of supplies do you need for ultrasound school? I'm trying to get into a program starting in a few months. That's great. What kind of supplies do you need? So I love that question, because it just reminds me of like school supplies and stuff, but you're gonna need a uniform. Like, okay, so this is how it works as far as my program goes. There was a color scheme, like they wanted us to wear navy blue uniforms only. So I had 3 pairs of navy blue uniforms. I went to clinic 3 days a week, so wear them 3 days, wash, start all over. They also wanted us to wear white, black, or navy blue shoes. And that was like our uniform. So make sure to link up with your school and figure out what's the dress code, what days of the week that you're going, how many uniforms that you're going to need. Some great places to shop for uniforms are like Walmart, and like there's a few others. If you have like a City Trends near you, I got some for like $9. So it's not, you don't really have to go all out and spend a lot on your uniforms. I'm going to spend more when I actually get the job, and I'll be wearing hopefully Grey's Anatomy scrubs. I love those. But you really don't need to spend much money on your clinical uniform, but I would recommend spending a little bit more money on your shoes, because you're going to be walking all around the hospital and it gets extremely uncomfortable. Now, we were supposed to wear white shoes or navy blue or black, but as I got kind of acclimated to my hospital, and I've used that same hospital for x-ray school, so I'm very comfortable with the people, I looked around to see what they were wearing, and then I ended up going and buying some Brooks, and I am in love with my Brooks. They're so comfortable, and it was okay with my hospital. So just kind of fill it out, see what you need, make sure you get comfortable shoes, like I said, make sure you're following the dress code, and find the right uniform. So that's it for that one. So our next question is coming from Paula M. Hey Erica, I'm starting the ultrasound program this fall, so exciting, and I wanted to know if you have any tips on balancing the program and motherhood. Also, what's something about the program you wish someone told you about? So balancing the program and motherhood is all about prioritizing your time. I think the best thing that you can do for yourself is to take your homework with you to clinic and get it done while you're at clinic during down times. That way when you come home, you're just mom. And I think that's the best thing that you can do. It doesn't always happen that way, but it's definitely a big help. And like I said, downtime, it just depends on your hospital, because I was there from 7 to 3:30. From about 7 to 9 o'clock, we probably had 2 patients. So there's a lot of downtime for me. I can't tell you how much of the Grey's Anatomy season I watched during downtime. So it just depends on your clinic site and when you have downtime. And it's just very helpful to get as much done there as you can, so you don't take a whole bunch back home with you. And just set certain times out during nap time, during sleep time, that you can kind of get some things done. The good thing about ultrasound program is it's not a lot of coursework involved. Like, you're at clinic a lot, and there's some things that you need to get at clinic, like certain pictures and things, but there's not a bucket load of coursework that's involved with it. And is there something about the program you wish someone told you about? Not necessarily. No, not really. I might answer that question more fully later, because I think someone else asked me a question around the same thing. Okay, so the next thing is Brianna Broderick. Any advice for a new student? I'm starting August 15 and I'm 19. Tips or advice, please. Love your channel. Thank you so much, and I'm so excited that you're getting involved and in there so young. That's amazing. It just reminds me of myself, so that's so cool. But advice for a new student, and this will go back to Paula M as well. My advice for all of you guys is to get your competencies out of the way. One of the things that I think a lot of us sonographers, and just people who are going through clinic in general, they give you the list of objectives and images that you're supposed to get, and the thing that you're going to tell yourself is, oh, I have time to get those, I'm going to see them again, blah blah, and then when it comes to turning it in, you realize that you don't have anything. So make sure if you see a baby, scan the baby, at least get a practice in there. You might not be able to competent or use it as an objective, but at least get your practices in there. If you see a special procedure, make sure to go ahead and do it. Be very involved, because when it comes to the end, when it's time to turn in all your exams and stuff, I had a lot of things that I was missing that I did see throughout the year, but thought they would come back around and that I would be able to perfect it. And don't worry about being perfect, because it'll happen. Because I always think, you want to be I don't want to turn in this one because I want to turn in the best one that I can turn in, and that's great, but sometimes you have to get what you can get. So it's always good if you have a backup and you go ahead and get a really good one that you feel is perfect. But if you can't get that, at least you have your backup. So just make sure that you're getting all your images when they come, and don't wait until the last minute to get it. Okay, love your videos. Thank you so much. This is Nicole Urea. How long did it take you all together to finally get into the ultrasound program? What classes do you have to take before you can enter the program, and how long is the program? So I answered some of these questions already. The program is a year long. It took me maybe 2 months to get into the program. I was talking to them through email back and forth when I was finishing up x-rays, so it really didn't take me long. They just wanted me to send my transcripts over to them. How long did it take? What classes did you take before you could enter the program? I had an x-ray degree before I entered, so I had all my prerequisites, but you need to check with your school or check on the program's website to see what prerequisites that they require. Some of them I think are anatomy and physiology, medical terminology, and there might be 2 others or so. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Okay, so these are a few questions from my last video. Not all of these are quite ultrasound related, but I thought I'd go ahead and answer them for you guys. So the next question is coming from Abigail Danielle, and she says, hey Erica, did you ever get a job as a rad tech? No, I did not. I went into the ultrasound program maybe 2 weeks after I graduated from rad tech, so I never worked in the field. Kenny Hun, I don't know, it's Huynh. It says, what is HR? And congrats, thank you so much. HR is human resources. They are involved in everything. I think someone else even answered that for you. Mara's mama, thank you girl, she answered that for you. But HR is human resources. They're involved in everything from interviewing the people to negotiating pay to calling the people out, just anything involved with having a job at a hospital or just having a job anywhere. Usually human resources is the people who do that. Okay, so the next question is coming from Queen Kesley, which I love. You comment on all of my videos and I feel like I know you. So thanks so much for commenting again. She says, congratulations, Erica. Thank you so much. I like your photo the second time around. Me too, girl. So that's cool. After I graduate ultrasound school, I can get registered in more than I guess more than one modality than what's in general. How does that work? Do they give you extra material to study, like cardiac, for example? Great video. Okay, thank you so much. So the way it works for ultrasound, to be completely registered in ultrasound, you have to take, everyone has to take physics, and then you have to take one modality, or like, I don't want to say modality, but one specialty, whether that be OB, abdomen, and vascular are usually like the main modalities. Now we also have what's called fetal echo. My program didn't teach me anything about the fetal heart or fetal echo or just echocardiography in general. I didn't learn anything about the heart. So I was never taught that. So I couldn't be registered in that because I was never taught that. So that would be a specialty that you could go out and seek after. So as far as like jobs go, most people pay extra for people who are vascular registered. That's a great specialty to get into. So right now I'm OB registered. I could go back and I could take another test, and I could be abdomen as well. I could go back and I could take another test, and I could be vascular, which I'm gonna do, and usually vascular will add on to your salary. Now you could also go back, and there's a few other little specialties or little subspecialties like nuchal translucencies, which is it's like a chromosomal abnormality marker on the back of the baby's back, and it's hard to explain, but usually if it's a little bit thicker than normal, it could be a chromosomal marker for Down syndrome, trisomy 21, and things like that. And you can get registered and knowing how to identify those. And another one would be the nasal bones on a baby. You could be, you could take a registry to be able to know how to deal with the nasal bones. I don't know, it's more of like a subspecialty than it is a registry. So I'd be OB registered, but I also would have like a certificate in nuchal translucency or a certificate in nasal bones. So yes, you could be registered in quite a few things. I don't really think there's a general. It's not really a thing. I would consider abdomen to be general because it's just abdomen. So if you're thinking of like a general registry, I would consider abdomen to be more general, if that makes sense. I hope I answered your question. Okay, so Priscilla Rodriguez, when you get hired, will you be able to tell us how much you're starting off at? I hope you don't mind, so that's okay, thank you. I don't mind, it's okay, it's fine. Once I get hired, once I talk to HR and all of those things, then I will tell you guys. So next question is coming from Amanda McCutcheon. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry, girl. Congrats on the interview and passing the OB registry. Thank you. I'm in an ultrasound program, so I understand how stressful it can be, but I had no doubt that you would pass because you're incredibly smart. Thank you so much. I'm going to be taking mine next year, and I freak out just like you before big exams. Was there anything that really helped you prepare for this board exam? Okay, so the program or the website that I use is called ultrasoundregistryreview.com. They offer such amazing things. I'm telling you guys, that is the site that you want to go to. I would not have passed without those sites because some of the questions to me were verbatim. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I've seen this like yesterday. Like, I know how to answer this question. So that is like my go-to site, period. Next question is Beatrice Avalon. Hey Erica, I love your vlogs. Thank you so much. You're so real and honest. You have a positive attitude that is very contagious. Thanks. I want to be an ultrasound tech in college. How did you handle when you didn't understand information? Were you comfortable enough to ask your instructor? Did you ever experience an instructor not wanting to be helpful? And how did you handle it? How does it feel to have a tutor? That's a mouthful. But I guess it's kind of a hard question for me to answer, especially with me having a lot of anxiety and being more of an introverted type of person. I'm a little bit more extroverted now, but I was definitely a very introverted type of person. So you said, how did you handle not understanding information? I would go home and I would study it myself. I did not want to see a tutor. I did not want to talk to anybody that I didn't have to. I did not want to raise my hand. I would always try to figure things out myself. And like if it was a last resort, that's when I would go talk to somebody. So then, were you comfortable enough to ask your instructor? I was never comfortable enough. Still to this day, I never asked my instructor for help. It's just very hard for me to do. Did you ever experience an instructor not wanting to be helpful? This instructor that I had for my plane trigonometry class was overly helpful. Like, that's not a bad thing. It's just like I couldn't receive the help, you know what I mean? But I really haven't had a problem with them wanting to help me. but what I will say is sometimes they try to help me and it's not helping me. So maybe they're trying to explain something to me, but I still don't understand, and I'm not the type of person that's going to go, I still don't get it, could you show me it this way, that way? I just act like I get it and then go back to my seat, and then I'm still struggling. So it's still something that I'm dealing with. How does it feel to have a tutor? It feels great to have a tutor. When I can work up the courage or muster it up to go get a tutor and talk to somebody, it's very helpful. And after I built that relationship with the tutor, I'm able to open up and say that I don't understand and things like that. I have that kind of personal relationship with my tutor. So I think it's great when you can be one-on-one with somebody and get out of the spotlight and you're not raising your hand in front of the whole class and things like that, and really get the help that you need. So I hope that helped you a little bit. So Kanae87 asked me, how many questions were there on my physics registry? I do not remember, but I'm going to tell you around 140 something, but I can be for sure that my OB registry had 166 questions. So that is it for all of my ultrasound Q&A questions. I've answered every question that I could find in the comment section down below. And I want to give a big shout out to all of you guys who have been commenting and interacting with me. It has been amazing. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this amazing journey with me. And that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Like, rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. Bye.